What's up, guys? Friendly Neighborhood Geek here, doing another action figure. I guess you could kind of say a retro action figure review. This time on another Spidey figure. So we're continuing Spider-Man week into next week at this point, as of this recording. Um, this particular figure, um, I just kind of got it randomly. Honestly, it's like a couple years ago. I really just got it to make a custom out of it. One of the benefits of these Hasbro Marvel Legend figures is they're quite customizable. Like, if a certain character is wearing like a jacket, vest, which you'll see in a minute, or certain items, they can be removed, and you can kind of like customize and mix mash. Remove the heads and all that stuff, which is really cool. I'm pretty sure the Hasbro, the designers, do that intentionally for people who like to kit bash and all that good stuff. So yeah, so once I decided to um, put the figure back into its original form. I just took it out and had it on display, and I was like, yeah, like this is a Spider-Man character. Let me just go ahead and talk about them. So we are looking at Marvel Legends, um, Lizard Wave. I don't remember what year this came out. Maybe like 2017, maybe 2016. The Lizard Wave Spider Punk. Um, Yes, so Spider-Punk. Probably maybe my favorite alternate Spider-Man. Um and that was before the animated movie. That was before Across the Spider-Verse. Um the actor who played him in that movie, I forgot how to say his name. I believe he's African descent. Something Kalula. I can't remember how to say his name. But he was the main character in the movie Get Out, the horror movie by Jordan Peele. Anyone who's ever seen Get Out, you know who I'm talking about. He was the main character in that movie, black horror movie. He was in the first Black Panther as T'Challa's close friend, who his clan rode on top of the rhinoceroses. Um, or maybe it's Daniel Klula or something like that. So he got the role of Spider Punk, and he did phenomenal. Um, that probably was the best adaptation. I'm not sure. That could have been the very first time this character has been adapted, outside the comics. I could be wrong, but his version was very, very out there, very different. Just had a lot, like appearance wise, he had a lot going on, but he was still a really cool character. He had Miles back, pretty much the entire time. Um, so that was really cool. There is a comic series for Spider Punk. So this is the comic book version. There is a comic book series. I'm not sure if it's still going. I read like 4 issues. Um, I'd still like to go back and finish it. I liked it so much that I started following the writer on hang on, let me put my phone on vibrate. I started following the writer on Instagram. Cool. Um well, like I said, he's a cool character. Again, another black African American Spider-Man. That's awesome. Unfortunately, he didn't come with an alternate head, but that's okay because we have a handful of black male Marvel Legend heads that could, work with this figure, and I have one of them, which I'll show towards the end of the video. I'm not going to bother to do a comparison with my Peter B. I'm pretty sure they're on the same scale because I already have him posed and he's on his display stand put away in my closet. So I didn't bother, taking him down and taking him off the stand. But maybe in my next figure review, which will be at the moment will may be my last Spider-Man figure or Spider-Man character figure review. That one's going to be on a very special figure that a lot of people really, really, wanted or looking forward to and said a lot of good things about. So stay tuned for the next video. Um, but yeah, back to Spider Punk. Uh, so like I said, I like him. I'm not the biggest fan of this older Spider-Man mold, honestly. I mean, I think he looks a little too slender, and some of the posability, it's good, but it's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I just think the newer Spider-Man figures, of course, they're more modern, The quality of them are better, better proportions, better articulation, in my opinion. Now there's a few based off this mold that I wouldn't mind, like the House of M. I really wish I got that last month instead of that black suit Spider-Man. My black suit Spider-Man figure, my Spider-Man Origins toy. I kid you not, the chest. It's basically, I wouldn't say it broke apart, but it's like it came unattached. So moving it will make the chest pieces come apart, and the arms and the head fall off, and the waist, it comes off the waist, torso, whatever. So yeah, that's a huge bummer. Of course, I don't blame the seller. It was new in box. I just think the quality, honestly. So I did get some rubber bands and put it around them to hold them together until I'm able to get some super glue. I'll glue them back together. So he's just chilling. I just put him back in his packaging, but I'm just like, wow. If you saw my last video, you know that I did a stop motion with him and my absorbing man, and it was kind of a challenge. I had the rubber bands on him, but it was kind of a challenge trying to animate when the figure kept falling apart. So yeah, but like I said, House of M figure kind of shares this body. Um, like I said, it's okay. It's just an older Spider-Man mold. I'm glad they went in a different direction and updated. Um, you know, like I said, the detail on him is nice. I'm just kind of moving him around. The detail on his face is nice. The spikes on top of the head. Uh, the eyes have a kind of a glossy look to them, which is cool. He has his logo on the back. I don't remember what it stands for. Um, so in the comics and in the in the movie Across Spider Verse, he was called, his identity is Hobie Brown. He's like a homeless superhero, essentially. It's kind of like Spawn a little bit. In his world, Norman Osborn is president of the United States and some other crazy cool concepts or whatever. So, yes, his world, his universe, and his storyline is very interesting, very cool. Just seeing all these punk inspired versions of Marvel characters like Captain America, Kamala Khan, a Hulk. Uh, I think they have Ironheart. She was in the comic. So that was really cool. Like I love punk culture, so to see superheroes with a punk inspired theme to them, like my Marvel Legends Punk Storm figure, is really cool. Like these bracelets, these did not come with him originally. Like I said, when I talked about customizing, these were with another figure, and I just bought them as accessories as is. I didn't buy the figure that these came with. These came with another Marvel Legend figure, and I just put them on um, Hobie because they look cool and they fit his style. Well, he's going the punk style. Um, like I said, I love the guitar, even though it's basic, just white with blue. Detail on it's okay. It doesn't really fit on him that well. And again, if he maybe had the more modern body that was a little bit more bulkier, maybe it would fit well on there. I mean, he holds it nicely, but like I said, it doesn't really fit well on him. Even if you try to wrap it around, you know, I guess you could kind of have him holding it like that, sort of angle it a certain way, and that looks okay. So he can hold it like that. Like I said, just by itself, it doesn't really sit on him the best. Um, like I said, the jacket's removable, but I won't bother removing it. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I don't think he has a spider logo on his back. Yeah, he doesn't have a spider logo on his back, so you're not really missing anything. Um, Here it is on front. I saw someone make a custom Spider Punk on eBay using a more modern body mold, a custom head based off the movie, and they wanted $300 for it. But it's funny, they named all the accessories in the description and where they got them from, and I was like, so if I was to buy all of those accessories, would the total of all the items to make the custom still rank up to $300? Like, I felt like as a seller, you're not helping you're not you're not promoting yourself the best way if you're telling people like where all the materials came from. They could just go out of their way and just get them themselves. Um, but like I said, posability is nice. Yes, so neither this figure or when we got the Marvel Legends Across the Spider Verse, I will show him with Spot in a few minutes. Um, when we got the Marvel Legends Across the Spider Verse figures, they only Gwen and Miles came with alternate heads, which really sucks. And again, Hobie, Spider Punk, Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara, and Peter B. Parker they released did not come with alternate heads. In regards to Spider Punk and Spider-Man 2099, I don't know if not wanting to reveal the characters' identities, until people saw the movie. I don't know if that was the reason why they didn't get alternate heads, but customizers have made alternate heads for those Marvel Legends. Um, so the Marvel Legends Spider Punk, I do like. I still like to get him. Again, he just has a very animated aesthetic. So like with Spot, um, so proportions might be a little bit different, but I would still like to get that figure. Actually, uh, Figure Arts dropped maybe like earlier this month. Um, Figure Arts dropped uh, Spider Punk, and I pre-ordered mine. I don't know if I'll be able to get it when it comes out, but just in case, I went ahead and had it pre-ordered. Um, yeah, the Figure Arts one looks awesome. The unmasked head looks awesome, but I think his skin complexion is a little bit darker than what it was on screen, which isn't a big deal. I really love the aesthetic of the Figure Arts Spider Punk, so I hope that figure is good, and hopefully I'll be able to get it on time, whatever my situation is when that figure comes out. Um, Also, they released Mofex released their they're releasing Tobey Maguire No Way Home Spider-Man, which looks awesome. Looks better than the Figure Arts one, which I heard was kind of a mixed bag. So again, all these Spider-Man toys. Um, I'll try to get that one at some point as well. I mean, again, those movies, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, childhood Spider-Man nostalgia, all that stuff. Of course, I would love to have him in my collection. Um, so like I said, I'll show the accessories, and then I'll show him with Spot. Well, actually, I'll show the posability. So as you can see, he's the knees double jointed. Like so you kind of get him into a Spider-Man pose. I love the sneakers. When I was customizing mine, the let me show the alternate hands. His feet broke off, so luckily I was able to super glue them back. Luckily, um, that's kind of a bummer, but it's not too noticeable. So like I said, he has his guitar pick holding hand, the guitar pick in his hand. And he comes with it in one fist, which is cool. So I'm sure you could kind of hold him swinging the guitar if you wanted, which is neat. And then here's his open hand. Remove that. And he has a web shooting hand, which also kind of looks like, like you're just doing the rock symbol, like you're jamming to some music. It also kind of looks like that as well, which is neat. See, here he is in a Spider-Man pose. You guys can see. It's neat. I love that. So again, the posing is solid. Like he's a solid figure. So you can see like he's doing a bunch of dodging and shooting or whatever. So yeah, that's cool. I love that. That's fun. You can get a custom version of the vest if you want on eBay. That's an option, but the plastic rubbery one isn't that bad. Um, so real quick, show him with Spot. Get him situated, show him with Spot. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I think Spot might be a little bit taller, which isn't a big deal. You know, isn't a big deal. Yeah, Spot's a little bit taller. This isn't bad. Real quick, let's see what Spot looks like. Like I said, Spot is just so much fun to him. Let me see what he looks like white on white. Kind of get it to angle. There we go. Try to get the arms up. So like this is why I love this figure. Like I can get him posed to look like he's playing the guitar. That's so much fun. Like I said, this figure is so much fun. I love this figure. Like I said, wanted him when he came out, and I just kind of waited on him because like, I really don't have a place for him in my collection at the moment. Um, so yeah. Oh, the joints are still a little. The joints are still a little um, stiff, but still a fun figure. So lastly, I'll show him with his unmasked head. It's, like I said, it's just ball joints. So this head, which I got for customs, came with the 2016 Black Panther Chadwick Boseman head, RAP, and this head works pretty decently. I'm sure I might get like another like a Miles Morales head or something and put it on him. Um, but it works. Yeah, kind of get him back in that Spider-Man pose. Get him back, get him back in the Spider-Man pose. Like I said, the bracelets just add. Like I said, the bracelets just add to the figure. I love it. And it, like I said, the head adds to it, giving him. I like the option to get to make the figures, especially Spider-Man figures. I like the unmasked option. So if it's an option, that is great. Try to get him in a pose I saw one of the Spider-Men in when they were showing like the pictures. They were showing like one of the new releases. I suppose kind of silly, but like so the head is kind of loose, but I mean you can get it to stay in, whatever pose you want it to be in. I guess you can imagine Chadwick Boseman as Spider-Man. um, but again, solid figure. Like I said, if you want, I know it can kind of be a little pricey now. If you want, you know, like I said, get the new Across the Spider Verse one, Marvel Legends. If you like that, um, I'm trying to remember. Like I say, you could wait out on the Figure Arts one if you want to spend the money for it. Or if you're not really into Spider-Punk, again, there's so many different Spider-Man figures to choose from, honestly. Um, I'm thinking at some point I'll get the House of M version, which is a really cool alternate version of Spider-Man. But that version only comes with one fist and one web shooting hand, which is kind of a bummer. But um, like I said, I recommend him. He's a fun figure. Still charming, still fun, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's it for this review. Again, I recommend them if you're interested. There's a few other options if you don't like this one. Um, as far as next review go, I mentioned I have one more at the moment. It might be my last Spider-Man collectible for a while because this one was a bit pricey. Like the retail price of it was kind of pricey. So yeah, but I do plan on getting at this point, kind of a vintage Transformer. I haven't really collected Transformers in a while, mostly because there haven't really been any that I want like that. Like there are, but I don't want them enough to like buy them at the moment. I guess like yeah, I really like that character, but I really don't really want to spend the money to really get it, or it's the price people are selling it for, whatever. Um, I'm really waiting out on Slipstream. I think I mentioned her in my last video. I'm just fingers crossed, just patiently waiting for Hasbro to drop images of that Slipstream Windblade repaint, whatever. So like I said, this particular character I'm getting, I've wanted it for years, but because it kind of goes for like the prices for it can go up and down, I just kind of like waited on it, like but now I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead. Like, let me. What's a character I've wanted, who's been on like the back burner for some years now. Like so. I'm like, yeah, let me just go ahead and buy this figure. Since I found it for a decent price. So like some Marvel Legend figure, Transformer figure. I have another special Spider-Man related item coming, maybe in a couple days. I don't know. So when that gets here, I'll definitely do a review on that, which is not a toy. It's not a collectible. So you'll just have to see what that is. But yeah, uh, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace, you guys.